Hello, my wellbeing buddies. It's Steve, the mental health nurse, and I'm here to talk about how to manage stress. So it's important to recognize that stress is part of life. And again, scales. We should all have stress in our life. It's what keeps us going. It's what keeps us driving forward. It's how we know our limits. So we can't eradicate stress because that would be a bad thing. And actually, there's a wonderful TED talk by Kelly. I highly recommend you have a look at that. I watched her TED talk, and I have to say, I was inspired and it changed my thought process. Now, I won't say anything anymore because I won't spoil it for you. But if you want to know more about stress, watch this TED talk from Kelly. Um, it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. You may think otherwise. But anyway, let's see. So we're going to talk about identifying stress, some of those techniques, exercise and mindfulness, some self-care, boundaries, timeout, and when to seek support. So let's get into this, shall we? So identifying the stresses is really important because if we know what the triggers are, we can avoid them, or we can at least minimize them. We can maybe put a time limit on them. We can manage them a little bit better. But ultimately, if we don't know what they are, we've got a bit of a problem. So identify your stressors. Second of all, practice those relaxation techniques. So that's going to be breathing skills. Watch the videos above. It could be mindfulness. Watch the videos above. It could be muscle relaxation. So again, progressive muscle relaxation. Have a look at those videos. We've done them all. They're all up there for you to look at. Make sure you regularly exercise. Exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle and just keeping that well-being level where it needs to be. Practice mindfulness. Again, I've done a video on mindfulness, so you can have a look at that and see how that comes together to keep you present and in the now. Prioritize those self-care skills. So make sure that you are eating and your emotional needs are being met. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're getting enough food and fluid and diet that brings you joy. And if you're not getting enough sleep, watch my insomnia video. Set boundaries. Make sure you're not taking on too much responsibility. Know your limits so you don't get overwhelmed, and share those with other people. And it's okay to say no, part of self-care. Prioritize time management. Learn to manage your time more effectively. Prioritize things, break them down into more manageable chunks, and set more realistic goals. And then finally, know when to seek support, because what we don't want is normal stress turning into something more. Stress that goes unmanaged becomes hypertension, high blood pressure. High blood pressure becomes things like heart attacks and strokes. It's completely unnecessary. And actually, in this TED talk from Kelly, you will see that she puts up a compelling debate around managing stress. And those that don't ignore it, those that tackle head, or those that let stress in and tackle it head on, have better outcomes than those that try to eradicate it. So we are not trying to eradicate it. We're just learning to live with it and make it part of our normal coping skills. Remember, stress is a process that takes time and effort, a bit like anger here. You need constant practice. And if you need help, go for that medical help. It may just be a bit of counseling. It might be some cognitive behavior therapy, but get the help and ensure that you've got this work-life balance sorted out, because if it's not, it's going to be a stressor and your stress levels are going to go through the roof. Equally, avoid things like alcohol, diuretics, and smoking, but you know that anyway. Anyway, I'm hoping that's been a little bit of help. My name's Steve. I'm the mental health nurse, and that's how you manage stress. Take care for now.